Alrighty, I love it when we've got guests in. It's brilliant. We've got a fabulous cleaning product and a fabulous expert as well. Bob Neville, good to see you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much.
Good. Now, you've brought Revive with you as well, which is going to do all of those jobs that we hate and can't abide, basically. That's what you're going to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, come on, show us it in action then. What can it do for me?
Well, basically, Revive is a very well old, tried and tested trade cleaner. Contract cleaners use it, restaurants, hospitals, school kitchens. And it's basically a multi-purpose cleaner. I brought along this very old oven door that we got from the scrapyard.
It's not yours, I hope. No, that's not yours.
Don't let my wife hear you saying that. It's a very old one. And just to give you some idea, if you can't shift this baked on muck with a scrubbing brush, you're going to struggle with your metal scourers and your soap-filled white scourers.
Oh, I know the ones you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All you need is one of the little nylon pads that you use for washing up.
Yep, and you're getting 2 of those included in this kit anyway, which is good news.
Just to give you a little bit of an idea, it's very versatile.
So it's like a paste, isn't it?
It's more of a cream, I'd say. But,
okay.
You know.
Yep.
It's safe on your skin, no caustic, no ammonia, no bleach, nothing nasty.
Okay, so I don't need gloves on.
That's right. The only time you'll need rubber gloves is if you want to keep your hands clean or protect your nails.
Okay.
Okay. Now you dab it on and you leave it for a few seconds. Now, you might well know that a lot of oven cleaners contain a lot of chemicals and nasty caustics. In fact, 1 or 2 of them, if you do take the trouble to read the labels, you need rubber gloves, gas mask and a diving suit to use
That's
those.
very true, isn't
But just
it?
to give you an idea, it doesn't matter whether it's a very old oven door like this or a completely brand spanking new one. It can be gas, electric, enamel, stainless steel. Deep fat fryers, chip pans, frying pans. If you burn a pan, a casserole dish or a baking tray, and when the job's finished, all you need to do is wipe it, you relight your appliance and you can use it straight away.
Do you know what? That almost looks brand spanking new again, doesn't it? Now, I have to say that is a brilliant demonstration. And this is Revive. And it's a very simple product, actually. It's the ingredients in it that are doing all of the hard work, isn't it?
That's correct.
And it doesn't require an awful lot of elbow grease either. Now, in your kit, you're going to get 4 tubs of the Revive, and they are going to go a long way as well. You've got 5 of the cleaning cloths, and you've got 2 of the scrub pads included as well. But something you don't know, and even Bob doesn't know this, we're going to treat everyone who's watching this show right now, but that comes later. What should we do now then, Bob?
Well, I've spoken to a lot of ladies about this, and most ladies, excuse me, Derek, would generally agree that this is the worst job in the kitchen.
Yeah, bars. Anything with bars or grills on it. It could be the barbecue, I suppose.
That's
couldn't it?
correct.
Yeah,
Grill pans, grill bars, barbecues in the summer, oven racks, oven trays. We all have different names for them. Basically, as you correctly said, Derek.
Well, you just ignore them and keep shutting the door on them, don't you, most of the time?
Well, again, dab a little bit on. That's all it takes. You don't need an awful lot of it either. Dab a little bit on, leave it for a few seconds. Now, it's very versatile. Contract cleaners use it. You can use it in the bathroom, shower cubicles, shower trays, shower doors. The grout between tiles that goes mouldy, the bath, the loo, the wash hand basin. If you burn the bottom of a pan, a casserole dish, an iron.
Oh, yeah, that's a job and a half, isn't it?
Tell me about it, yeah. Well, again, the reason the catering trade use it is very simple.
Yeah, because at the end of the shift, they want to get home as soon as they can.
Exactly, Derek, exactly. When the job's finished, you wipe the residue away, you relight the appliance and you can use it
My word. Oh,
straight away.
Oh, right. Now, we've seen what this can do, and we've seen just 2 jobs of the many it can do so far, and you can see how good this is. You may have seen other types of cleaners like this before and thought, I haven't yet tried that. Look at your price tag here. You're getting an awful lot of this as well for £24.99. Now, that's really good. Now, for that, you're going to get 4 full-size tubs of Revive. You're going to get your 5 cleaning cloths, and you're going to get your 2 scrub pads as well. But do you remember I said to you, and Bob doesn't even know this either, but for those people who are watching the demonstration right now on TV, we are going to treat you. So if you call us on 0808 123 3333, not only will you get 4 tubs of Revive, Revive, but we're going to put you another 4 on the top at no extra charge, free of all charge. So we are doubling the amount of Revive that you will be getting, because I'm telling you now, once you start using this and once you see it genuinely working on your oven door, on your barbecue, on your grill, on your steak pan, whatever it may be, you'll want to share the news with other people, and you'll want to be able to do that. So we've given you another 4 at no extra charge, £24.99. Now, Bob, I know that there are so many different things that this can do. We've seen 2 very extreme examples so far. You know, I mean, oven shelves, we're all guilty, aren't we? And the oven door.
Yeah.
You know, if you've been roasting a duck or you know, anything that's spitting fat all over the place, and there's often, I mean, this is a brilliant demonstration actually, inside your oven, as you've been cooking things, you know, the inside walls all go black as well, don't they?
Oh, very much so. We can use this inside the oven, on top, the back, the bottom, the sides, the front, any part of the oven whatsoever.
I've noticed you've, have you been rummaging around in my kitchen, Bob? Because I've noticed, I've seen this dish here, and this looks like when I've had a bit of a cook. Actually, this is usually the inside rather than the outside. Mine, you know, if I've done a lasagna or a chili or something like that, or a casserole, and bits get burnt, because you like a nice crispy top on your food and everything else, don't you? That doesn't look, I mean, I can't budge it at all. You know, that's going nowhere.
Well, the same again, if you can't shift it with a wire brush or a scrubbing brush, you'll struggle with your metal scourers. Again, there's an awful lot of glass in modern kitchens. You've got glass doors on cookers.
Yeah.
You've got your microwave. You've got Pyrex dishes. You've even got the glass doors on wood-burning stoves these days.
It's very true. I've got one of those.
Yeah. Well, again, a little bit of the Revive on one of those little nylon pads and dab it on. Again, I will be honest, if your cooker's a little bit warm, not hot, don't burn yourself. Just a little bit warm so you can touch it. It makes the job just that little bit easier. But if you don't want to wait, and again, this is why the catering trade use it, when the job is finished, because there's no horrible caustic smells involved, all you need to do is wipe that residue away. You can relight the appliance and you can use it straight away.
That's amazing, isn't it? That is incredible. When you think about how many different things this will do as well, I mean, you know, Bob was talking about the iron as well. If you do get something burnt to the bottom of the iron, you never really quite know how to deal with it, do you? But you can deal with it with Revive, which is really good. Now, I noticed you've got a UPVC window there.
Well, again, very, very popular, Derek, nowadays, PVC. Most folks have got them. You've got white garden furniture as well. You might be lucky enough to have a conservatory.
Yeah.
And after the winter, you do find that they can get very, very grubby. You've got mould,
yeah.
You've got bird lime, tree sap if you've got them at the back by the garden. And again...
And that's on the inside and the outside, isn't it, really? Yeah. You can get all sorts, can't you?
Well, this time you don't really need the little scourer. All you need is a cloth or a bit of old towel or anything like that.
Yeah, because I guess with UPVC you don't really want to scratch it, do you?
Well, that's correct. The product itself, Revive, won't scratch anything, but those little scourers can be a little bit rough on plastic.
Okay.
Could be a plastic bath as well in your bathroom, by the way, similar sort of material. Again, no dabbing on this time. Just give it a little bit of a rub and do about a foot of frame at any one time. Dab it on, give it a good rub, turn your cloth over, give it a wipe, and then just carry on.
That's really good. I don't know whether we can... I'll just show you the difference between done and not done. Look. Do you know what I mean? I mean, that is quite dramatic, isn't it? Really, really good. And again, if I want to get down into those join lines as well, you know, we can do that very, very simply. So, right the way around the house, I'm just thinking, actually, you know, you get build-ups of things like mould and mildew, even in your shower cubicle, down in the bottom where you can't really get to it. Again, Revive can help for that as well, can't it?
Very much so. You've got the grout between the tiles that can gather mould. You've got the sealant strip around the bath or the shower tray. Revive will remove that also, yeah.
Right, listen, I think you should get hold of yours because I think it is just brilliant. If you think of what it can do, you know, years and years and years of neglect and abuse, and it could be, you know, your oven door, it could be your shower door, it could be, as Bob says, inside your microwave. There's a reason why industrial cleaners use something like this. There's a reason why restaurant kitchens use a trade formula like this, because to be honest with you, and I've worked in restaurants restaurants as well before washing up, of course. At the end of the night, everyone just wants to get home, so you want to get cleaned down, scrubbed down and cleaned and back home as quickly as you possibly can. Remember, I mean, you might even want this for your workplace as well, and if you want to talk to us about larger quantities that you want for a workplace, no problem whatsoever. I have to say, for you and I, we've got a brilliant quantity there, probably all that we will ever need, because there are other things that this can do that we haven't even told you about yet so far. Remember, you're just paying for 4 tubs of Revive at $24.99. That kit includes your 5 cleaning cloths and your 2 scrub pads as well. But we're actually including another 4 tubs on the top, absolutely free of all charge. And that's just for the privilege of you being here and watching the demonstration with us right now. So take advantage while you can. We will see other things, many other things that this can do as well with Bob. And there are various things that they can do around the home. In fact, let's find out about some more, because we were talking earlier, because we were sort of preparing for the show, talking about our cars, for instance. So even taking this product outside, if you've got, you know, things like alloy wheels, would it be any good for that?
Alloy wheels and wheel trims, not the paintwork, but any metal you've got on there. It could be brass, copper, chrome, stainless steel, aluminium, alloy wheels, as I've already said, wheel trims. Yeah.
Will it be any good on, you know, for instance, I've got some wooden garden furniture that's been out over the winter. It's got a bit green and a bit, you know, it looks a bit, you know, not quite its best. Will it work okay on that as well?
Yeah, it'll definitely take the green mould off any type of furniture or any surface, to be perfectly honest. Wood
Fantastic.
furniture.
Right, let's do another demonstration then, shall we? We've seen the window. Let's have a look at, how about this grubby old pan? And I think a lot of people have got frying pans, and it might be that you've got to this stage with a frying pan. Can you see how dirty that is? I mean, often when people get to that stage with a frying pan, either you hide that right at the back of the cupboard and avoid it, or you sling it out and spend it. A pan like that might be a good 20-25 quid just for one pan.
Well, that's quite a cheap one, but you can pay an awful lot of money for a cookware, as I'm sure a lot of ladies do know. Yeah.
Are we going to clean this one up then? Let's see how it can do.
Could I just steal one of those?
Yeah, of course you can.
Thank you very much, Derek. That's very kind of you. Well, again, if you've got a burnt pan, a casserole dish, a baking tray, a cake tin, we're back to the little scouring pads that you're going to get with the kit. Dab a little bit on. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's basically the same all the time. Dab a little bit on. The longer you can leave it, the easier it'll be. But I don't mean a long time, you know, 2 or 3 minutes, top whack. Again, just give it a little bit of a rub and it'll break down the filth, the dirt, the grime that's built up over goodness knows how long. And again, at the end of the job, you wipe it, you relight the appliance, and you can actually cook on that straight away. Now
that is dramatic, isn't it? That is a very, very big difference. I'm just thinking as well, you know, with the old Tour de France, Tour de Yorkshire, all of that kind of thing, lots of people are cycling now. This would be great for bikes as well, would it?
Yeah, wheels, obviously, yeah, the frame as well. Yeah.
Really, really good. What a product. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, it's at the end of the day, you think, well, this is a simple tub of paste, isn't it? You've seen how many demonstrations Bob's done already, and he's been using this one as well. And you can see how little of it he's had to use, because all you need, and it's perfectly safe for you to use with your hands as well if you want to, so I can put my my fingers in there, you know, no problem whatsoever. In fact, shall I have a little go, Bob, as well? Why not? You know, I always like
a clean one.
I always like to get involved in things like this as well. So how about I just have a little dab in there and just pop some on there. And actually, funnily enough, you can actually see that, you can feel it and you can see it working. And I can feel, you know, always on my finger, all that sort of gritty, horrible grime and mess is already coming off. And I've only used a very, very small amount there, Bob. You can do the rest. You
don't need an awful lot of it. Well, as I said, the longer you leave it, the easier it gets, but we're not talking more than a few seconds. Give it a little bit of a rub, turn your little pad over, wipe the residue away, and you can actually use that pan immediately.
That's incredible, isn't it? Really, really good. And it's so fast as well. That's the thing I love. It's the speed at which this product works. Really is fantastic. So, let's have another little go, shall we? Because I think this is brilliant. Let's do this, Bob, because again, it could be your barbecue, and I think that's one of the worst jobs to do. We love having barbecues, but what happens is the aftermath is a dirty barbecue, and you always realise the next time you're about to have a new one, you open the barbecue lid and you think, oh no, forgot to clean it. By then, it's all your burgers and your chicken and everything else which is stuck to the bars, and they're burnt and they're black, aren't they?
That's correct.
It's not very appealing for your guests.
Not at all. Dab a little bit on. leave it for a few seconds. Again, if this was a little bit warm, not hot, don't burn yourself, just a little bit warm, you'll find the job is a little bit easier. Give it a little bit of a rub, you'll break down the filth and grime, wipe the residue away, and if you wish to, you can actually use that immediately.
That's incredible, isn't it? And again, it works really, really quickly. And again, look, that is very, very clean indeed. That's really, really nice. Listen, be as quick as you can on the telephone lines. It's £24.99. And remember what you are actually getting in your kit as well. You're getting 2 of the scrub pads, which is really, really good. You're getting 5 of the cleaning cloths, and you are only paying for 4 of the tubs of Revive for £24.99. £44.99 is probably close to the price that there's something like this should be if you think about how universal it is. But we are including the extra 4 tubs of Revive at no extra charge. Not going to cost you a penny more to do that. We're going to show you other jobs that this can do, but pretty much you can walk this around the house and do lots and lots of different jobs. So if you like yours, we haven't got long with this. As always, we're always tight for time. So give us a call right now, 0808 123 3333, or you can pop onto the website at pricecrash.tv. And you can see all of the details there as well. Now, I noticed, Bob, that you have got also another one of these oven dishes, and this time it's a different sort. We've seen a glass one.
Yeah, ceramic.
Ceramic's a bit more of a challenge, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it can be, but if you use the right product.
Well, let's see. Yeah. Let's see it in action. Let's pop it down there. I'll swap you the grill.
Ceramic earthenware cookware is getting very, very popular. I'm sure you've seen it on the cooking programmes on TV Extra.
Yeah.
But again, if you use the Revive with the little pads that you're going to get with the kit, and again, dab a little bit on. Again, if it's a tiny bit warm, remember, warm, not hot, don't burn yourself, please. And you've got the time to leave it for a few seconds, you'll find it a little bit easier. But it's not exactly hard work if you do it immediately. Dab a little bit on, give it a bit of a rub, and you'll break down the filth, the grime, all the time. And when the job is finished, you wipe it, and you can actually use that straight away.
That's amazing. How long have you been demonstrating products like this for, Bob?
Oh, approximately 20 years, Derek.
Okay, so it's a good product.
It's a fantastic
and it's
product.
A popular product. And I guess people come back for more as well, don't they?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. There are aficionados. Once you've used Revive, you'll find it very difficult to go back to, shall we call it, an ordinary cleaner.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a good point, actually. I mean, this is the antidote to so many other different products. Often when we've got a dirty, filthy mess, like the bottom of a cooking dish or something like that, or the oven door, we go for a specialist cleaner. And I'm sure you've seen them, or you have to for researching things like this. So you've got lots and lots of oven products, which, you generally spray them on. You have to leave them for hours. You have to put your mask on and the gloves and everything else. We've talked about that.
Exactly.
And I have to say, with this, it's just it smells of nothing, Bob. Is that? I mean, that's
a very good description.
It smells of nothing.
Nothing whatsoever.
It doesn't have a chemical smell.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a bleachy smell. It doesn't have a sweet, flowery smell. It smells of nothing.
That's correct.
I have to tell you. Let's see it again on this UPVC door as well, because I think it's very, very clever. I have to say, what this will do for you in a very, very short space of time is very, very good. And it might be, especially at this time of the year, when the sun comes out, it reflects all the dirt one way or the other, doesn't it?
It does that. Yeah.
And especially, it might be your UPVC double glazing. As Bob says before, you might have birds leaving deposits there. It might be, tree sap or whatever it might be. Yeah, so much. Let's have a little look, because this is, I don't know whether you can see just how dirty this is. Let's go for down here, shall we? Because that is pretty grubby and dirty. You can see there's ingrained dirt there that's been there quite a while as well.
Well, again, there's a little bit of a difference now. We don't use little scourers.
Okay.
Yeah, because as I said earlier, Revive won't scratch anything whatsoever. But those little nylon scourers are a little bit scourer.
Yeah, but you need those for some jobs, don't you?
Because
you need the...
Without a doubt. Oh, yeah, without a doubt, yeah. But horses for courses. A little bit of a cloth, a rag, a bit of old towel's good.
Okay.
A little bit of a bite to it.
Yeah.
And again, I tend to do about a foot of frame at a time, give or take.
All right.
Don't do it all at once. Dab it on and just work it in, and it'll break down the filth, the bird lime, the tree sap, insects. That's another thing you get on white PVC window frames in conservatories. When you've done a little bit, not a lot, just give it a wipe, and then you can carry on and do the rest.
And that's dramatic, isn't it? It's a big difference. You can see the piece that Bob hasn't done down here, and you can see that dividing line. You suddenly go to the bright, gleaming shine. And you know what? If you're about to, this is the thing, Bob, if you're about to sell your house, you've got to have it absolutely spick and span, haven't you? You've got to have it shining like a new pin. So actually things like UPV double glazing, when you first have a conservatory put in, looks fantastic. 5 years later, not so, bit of a faded lady. So it's really good. And I have to say, just picking up and having a look at the directions on the tub, there's no major instructions, whatever. It gives you a little bit of guidance, but it tells you what it will work for as well. So it talks about for lime scale. So you might have lime scale on your taps, I guess, in the bathroom or the kitchen. It's good for that. It's also good for mold and mildew, Bob, as well.
Absolutely brilliant for mold and mildew, especially in the grout between the tiles in your kitchen or your bathroom. You've also got the sealant strip around a bath or a shower tray. You've got the limescale hard water that forms on the glass and plastic shower trays.
Yeah, so on both
the actual
surfaces.
Shower cubicle. It'll remove all that. Yeah.
See, that's good. I mean, if you could go around the bathroom with just one product, rather than having to say, right, here's a cream cleaner for the bath, and here's a toilet cleaner for the toilet, and here's a sink cleaner for this, and here's a tap cleaner for this. All of these different products. Come on, let's get some of this then, shall we? Here's the deal that we're getting right now. 4 tubs of the Revive, and you know, 1 tub does go along. I'm not going to ask Bob how far 1 tub will go, because he'll just say, depends how hard you can throw it, because this will go a long way. There are lots of different jobs that this will do. You'll get 4 tubs in your kit for $24.99, plus the 5 cleaning cloths, plus the 2 scrub pads as well, which is really good. So you've got those already. You've probably got scrub pads like this in your kitchen anyway, so you can use those. But remember, for watching this deal right now, just for sitting there doing absolutely nothing but watching this right now, we are also including in the deal another 4 tubs of Revive on the top, absolutely free of all charge. There's 2 ways of getting hold of it. You can go onto our website, pricecrash.tv. You'll want to have a look at the website anyway, because all of our great products are there, and you can watch their videos as well. So if you're watching the channel and you fancy, you know, seeing something else that's on the website, if you want to watch the demonstration on the website, you can. But the quickest way of getting hold of this is by calling us now. 0808 123 3333. Remember, it's not going to cost you a penny to dial us. If you do have a little bit of a wait on the telephone lines, just be patient with us. Remember, we're paying for the telephone call. And if you've got any questions about this, by the way, you can either get in touch via our website, or you can speak to the call centre and we'll pass the questions on to Bob and get you an answer as well, which is great. But you've seen the extent of things that this will tackle. Whether it be the grill on your barbecue, whether it be the inside of your oven door. In fact, we're going to have another go at the oven door in just a second. In fact, we're going to do a big dramatic demonstration, I think, right in the middle of the oven door. Let's see what's lurking in the middle there. This is brilliant. £24.99. Do get yours now. Right, let's do a big dramatic demonstration, Bob. We've been quite gentle so far. We've been quite, you know, let's really dive in and have a big old demonstration. Well.
I always like, if I may just interrupt.
Yeah, go on.
I always like to show you this first, because a lot of people say I could get that off with a scrubbing brush.
Yeah.
But quite honestly, and that's a good old-fashioned Lancashire scrubbing brush.
Have another scrub.
Go on then. Quite frankly, if that won't shift it, you'll struggle with your metal scourer.
And I think you'd get pretty sick of that.
Well,
actually.
I'm sure you would.
Do you know also, if you've got, you know, aluminium cookers, worktops, whatever it may be, which they do in industrial kitchens and restaurants, you don't want to be going at it with something like that, because you're going to damage the stainless steel, aren't you? Completely and utterly. That's not going to do it any good at all, is it? That will just create grooves in the stainless steel, and guess what? More dirt will be attracted in there in the future. Right.
Again, we're back to the little pad that comes with the kit.
Yeah.
And again, you don't need an awful lot of it, by the way. It goes an awful long way. Just a little amount there.
A little bit.
A little bit. Dab it on and leave it for a few seconds. Now, I will repeat myself. If your cooker is just a tiny bit warm, remember, not hot, don't burn yourself, just a little bit warm. Leave it for a few seconds. I will be honest, Derek, you do have to move your hand backwards and forwards a little bit like that.
Oh, well, that's a bit of a hardship, but you know what? If it's going to take away those years and years and years of roast dinners and lasagnas and things spitting at it and getting stuck to the oven. This is the kind of job that if anyone ever says to you, and this is the kind of thing that happens all the time, Bob, isn't it, is that I'm not going to say the lady of the house, I'm not going to say that, but one of you will be gently persuading over a matter of months and years the other to please clean the oven. And it's a job that you'll do anything to avoid, isn't it?
That's right, that's right.
You'll book a holiday, you'll buy flowers, you'll do anything to get out of it.
It's probably the most hated job in the house, I would imagine, cleaning the cooker.
As they say, Bob, life's too short to be cleaning ovens.
How true. Again, all you need is to wipe the residue away. You can relight the appliance and you can cook on that. And that's a very, very old muck-encrusted oven door that we found in a scrapyard.
Yeah.
I'm sure your cookers at home are nothing like that.
No, but, I mean, you know what it's like, and actually Bake Off's not helped, because you know when you see the contestants sat cross-legged by their ovens waiting to see whether their muffins have risen or whatever, they can see perfectly through their nice clean oven doors, and you think, well, I couldn't do that. I don't know when my Yorkshires are completely and utterly, risen or whatever. Now you can actually see the light all over again. I tell you what, Bob, let's go for a complete project, because we know, let's take a kind of before look. You know, we've done some of it already, but we're going to clean that completely and utterly and get rid of all of that muck. And I think it's really, really good how you literally just sit the product on it for a few seconds and you can just walk away and go and do something else for a few minutes if you want to.
If you wish.
But, a little bit of scrubbing and that's it. You are good to go. Right, come on, Bob, let's do it.
The whole lot.
Let's do the whole
If
jolly
your
lot.
cooker or whatever it is you're cleaning is a little bit warm, you'll find it a little bit easier. Dab a little bit on. The longer you can leave it, the easier it will be.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be a long time.
Well, I can only give you one more minute, Bob.
Okay.
So.
Again.
It's a time trial, this. Extreme cleaning. Very good, isn't it?
It's brilliant. It's fantastic. I wouldn't use anything else.
Do you know what, for you as well, as a demonstrator, this is a product that kind of sells itself as well, isn't it? As soon as you see it
Without
working.
a doubt. Once you've seen it working, and more importantly, once you've used it, you'll never use anything else, to be quite honest. You wipe it, you relight it, and you can use that pan absolutely immediately.
There you go.
I've just left a little bit there on the end so you can see the difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that is phenomenal. Remember how dirty and filthy that was when we started? Well, look at that. That is gleaming like a new pin now. I know he's missed a bit. It's fine. I'm going to give that back to him in a second to finish off. Listen, that is a brilliant, brilliant product, isn't it? If you think about it, what an amazing, simple product. It works, it's effective, it's quick, it doesn't require any major elbow grease, and the great thing is it doesn't stink to high heaven either. It smells of nothing at all, which is really bizarre in this day and age, because you think either it's going to smell of chemicals or it's going to smell of flowers, something like that. No, smells of nothing, I promise you. You don't need a gas mask on, you don't need rubber gloves on, unless you want to. If you want to do it with gloves on, then do it with gloves on, but you don't need to. There's nothing nasty in it to actually affect you. Remember your deal here, 4 tubs of the Revive, and they're big tubs as well. We're going to go a long, long way. I mean, Bob, with all of his demonstrations that we've just seen in half an hour, that's just flown by, I have to say, he's used hardly any of it. So you got 4 tubs plus your 5 cleaning cloths and your 2 scrub pads, $24.99. But just for sitting at home and watching this demonstration right now, we give you another 4 tubs on the top at no extra charge. So call us now, 0808 123 3333. Get yourself on the phone lines. You've seen how good it is right now. You can get a really, really nice little deal there for less than £25. And if you think about, and Bob, it is the thing, isn't it, in our kitchens, under the kitchen sink, we could save ourselves a lot of room, couldn't we? Because we only need 1 tub at a time. Put that under the sink rather than having a bottle for this and a bottle for that and a bottle for this and a spray for this and a spray for that. We do it all the time, don't we?
We do, and I'll think about it. That will replace something like 7 or 8 other cleaners.
Yeah.
It does the job of 7 or 8 individual cleaners, without a doubt.
And if you think about how much those cleaners are per bottle, per spray or whatever.
It's not cheap.
Brilliant. Listen, Bob, thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Amazing demonstrations as well. Remember, there are so many things that this can tackle. I'm going to borrow a tub of this from Bob because my barbecue before it comes out this summer. I think might need a bit of a go over with the Revive. Here's your details then to get yours. It's 640903 is the item number. You can call us with that, 0808 123 3333. You can go onto the website, pricecrash.tv. Really clever, isn't it? Some amazing jobs that it can do, very, very simple, and that's what we're all about here at Price Crash, making life simpler and easier. As I said to Bob before, life is too short to be cleaning ovens, so get your Revive now with that amazing deal. 640903.